we are kicking things off with the 2026 NFL Draft action. Cornerback Hezekiah Masses is stepping into the league, having been selected 175th overall by the channel YouTube. Hezekiah Masses is not taking this opportunity lightly, and we dive into what this means for his future on the field and what his team expects from him moving forward.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the impressive talent coming off the line of scrimmage. Defensive tackle Brandon Cleveland has made his mark, securing the 229th overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. We break down the scouting reports and what this selection signifies for his potential impact on the defensive line. Our third story focuses on the skill positions. Wide receiver Malik Benson has landed at number 195 overall in the 2026 NFL Draft. Find out the details surrounding Malik Benson's selection and what kind of explosive plays we can expect from him as he prepares for his career. And finally, we turn to the safety position with Dalton Johnson, who was selected 150th overall in the 2026 NFL Draft. We also have updates on the draft proceedings from General Manager John Spidek and Assistant General Manager Brian Stark, plus a look at the exciting news involving QB Fernando Mendoza. Stay with us all night for the rest of the action. The 2026 NFL Draft has seen a flurry of activity, with several key players being announced. Cornerback Hezekiah Masses, selected 175th overall by the channel YouTube, addressed the media, stating, "I'm not taking it lightly." Other notable selections include defensive tackle Brandon Cleveland at 229th overall, wide receiver Malik Benson at 195th overall, safety Dalton Johnson at 150th overall, running back Mike Washington Jr. at 122nd overall, and cornerback Jermod McCoy at 101st overall. The draft proceedings were closely monitored, with General Manager John Spidek and Assistant General Manager Brian Stark providing recaps of Day 2 on April 24, 2026. Other draft picks include guard Trey Zune at 91st overall, defensive end Kieran Crawford at 67th overall, and safety Traden Stukes at 38th overall. Meanwhile, quarterback Fernando Mendoza addressed the media for the first time from the Intermountain Health Performance Center. The draft period followed earlier events, including General Manager John Spidek addressing the media to recap Round 1 on April 23, 2026, and the team's pre-draft discussions with Spidek and Stark on April 14, 2026. The broader context of the team's off-season and prior season discussions has also been covered, with General Manager John Spidek addressing the media on January 5, 2026, regarding the decision to move on from Pete Carroll and outlining his vision for the future. Further team developments include announcements from the Raiders president Sandra Douglas Morgan and LVCVA president and CEO Steve Hill regarding Las Vegas hosting Super Bowl LXIII in 2029. The period leading up to the draft also featured head coach Clint Kubiak addressing the media from the Intermountain Health Performance Center on February 10, 2026, and earlier interactions with key players like Tyler Linderbaum, Key Walker, Kwity Paye, and Jalen Naylor. Williams City Council is set to hold a special meeting this Monday evening, April 27th, at 6:00 p.m. at the Williams Public Library. The primary focus of the agenda will be a public hearing regarding the Williams City budget for the fiscal year 2026-27, which will subsequently be adopted by the council. Additionally, the meeting will feature presentations from the Williams Lions Club concerning several local projects. These items include proposals for dugout and fence repairs at the Williams Ball Diamond, necessary roof repairs for the park's bathroom facilities, and a discussion about the lease of the ball field for July 4, 2026. Other matters will also be addressed during the session. Texans defensive tackle Kayden McDonald is determined to prove he is the top player in his class, despite a less-than-ideal performance in the first round. McDonald, who was among 17 players in attendance for the first round and was one of only 2 not selected, chose to return for the second round on Friday night. He ultimately secured his spot in the team when the Texans traded up to select him at the 36th overall pick. Following his selection, McDonald expressed his ambition, vowing to demonstrate why he deserved an earlier selection. Speaking to DJ Bienami of ESPN.com, McDonald stated, "Everybody that went before me, that fuels me. There's not one player better than me in this class. I'm going to show it. I'm coming into work." Last season at Ohio State, McDonald registered 65 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. A Florida Home Depot manager is facing organized fraud charges following allegations that he used unauthorized discounts to defraud the company of over $4 million. Mauricio Jimenez, a 48-year-old manager, was arrested earlier this week on organized fraud and first-degree grand theft felony charges. According to arrest documents cited by USA Today, investigators allege that Jimenez approved steep markdowns on thousands of transactions, allowing certain customers to purchase merchandise at significantly reduced prices. The investigation indicates that Jimenez was involved in approximately 4,500 transactions, totaling roughly $55 million in merchandise over a 2-year period. These excessive discounts reportedly resulted in losses amounting to about $4.3 million for the company. Internal monitoring systems flagged the activity, detecting unusually high-value markdowns linked to Jimenez's account. Investigators assert that Jimenez possessed the authority to approve price reductions and allegedly misused this authority. Jimenez was arrested in Miami-Dade County and has reportedly been released on bond. The case is ongoing, and authorities continue their investigation into the matter.